Yo fam, it's been hella long since I posted a video. I think probably 2 to 3 weeks back. I know I look like my math teacher right now in this goofy glasses, but it's supposed to help my sleep. So a lot has changed. And I just want to talk about, what has changed so far. So I laid out my plan, right? And initially the plan was to I'm not sure whether initially the plan was to drop out, right? And to document it on Instagram, which I did. Okay. So that was the first phase. And turns out I can't drop out because I didn't really have a choice. If I drop out, I'll be enlisted by the army in like 4 fucking months. So I'm staying in school. And after talks with like my teachers and my family and my people that are more successful, or like people that are where I want to be right now, the common thread that comes up is like, why can't I do both? Right? And the reason why I think I had not considered that as a possibility was because that was the exact thing I tried at 17 years old and I failed. And right now, that's what I'm trying to do. And in fact, my goals have gotten even bigger. So instead of just trying to hit 100k a month so that I can drop out, now it's 100k a month and scoring 90 RP for A levels so that I can get into Stanford/Oxford. Because I really thought about this, right, when I was in like a huge rut a long time ago. And I'm currently trying to get out of one right now, funny enough. And let's cover that later as well. Just write that down. I remember going on a walk outside of my house and thinking like, what's the point of doing all this? Why am I stressing myself out so much? And the more I thought about, what really am I trying to optimize for? It seemed to be just two things. Number one is fulfillment. Like I genuinely feel like I wake up every morning with purpose, right? Excited for my day ahead. I want to be doing things that make me feel happy. And I know that sometimes means doing things that don't make you feel happy in the short term. But let's get to that later. And the second thing is I want a long-term relationship. I want to have a thriving business and basically an amazing relationship. Those are the two things that I can really think about, that I really desire and I want. And I don't think I've told this to many people, but my ultimate life goal, like I can see this kind of like a very, very, very small inkling of possibility that this would happen, is me being like Tony Robbins in the future. Like coaching people, inspiring them. I don't know shit now though, so that's the thing. We'll get there someday. I think Tony Robbins is fucking crazy, bro. Crazy guy. And reverse engineering from that, right? I realized that hitting these two goals will put me in the best position for me to be where he is at in the future, which is why I chose to have, these two goals. Now, there's a lot of mindset shifts, which is that the main thing that I really want to focus on is acquisition of skills and not just money because it's all arbitrary, right? Like, why do I fucking need 100k a month? I don't need that. I'm fucking 18, bro. And I don't spend on like shit, like cars and watches and whatever. I can't even fucking drive. I don't have a driver's license now. And so that's kind of like the first thing I want to talk about. And since posting that first reel, it fucking blew up, man. I think the reason why I haven't been posting here is because my desire for attention has been fulfilled by Instagram itself. And it's a much faster feedback loop compared to YouTube, which is why I haven't been posting here that much. It blew up, bro. It blew up so fast, man. Like everyone was posting it. I remember refreshing it the first day and it hit like 50k. And then the next day it was like 100k. Right now it's like 177k. Well, let me just write down things so that I can dump everything later here. And it's crazy, right? Like, since posting, my desire to work has decreased by so much. And the only reason I can really think about I can think of to explain that is because initially before I was posting, I always had a latent desire that I wanted people to know that I was different, that I was better in some sort of narcissistic way. But also I hated being average. I don't know, it's just something that I can't stand. Just the concept of it like kind of disgusts me a bit. And I think when I drive deep down, like what am I really trying to look for? Like asking myself why? There's one word that I keep landing on every single time, that is attention. Attention. And I have no idea why I crave attention. I think everyone to some extent does crave attention, but I'm not sure. It's some deep shit that I have to figure out at some point in my life, because it's not normal for a kid to want to put himself through so much suffering just for an arbitrary number, or want to be so different and, you know, sacrifice relationships, put himself through so much pain, you know, at such a young age, right? So we'll explore that in the future. But, you know, since I've posted a lot of weird things have happened, which is, first of all, Instagram gives an extremely fast feedback loop, right? Like, you can instantly see the likes and the shares. And I remember there'll be times when, literally like not long ago, where I'll literally be fucking refreshing the page on Instagram and just seeing the view count tick up and feeling like a increase in like a surge of dopamine in my head as that happened, which I think is really fucking harmful. And as I post, people in school started to notice me. They started to, I mean, I am pretty, to say it humbly, like popular in school itself, but I think most people had the notion that I was sort of a troller, that I didn't really care about anything, because all this while I was just working on a business and not a lot of people knew really. And once this happened, now everyone calls me the 100k guy. Like there have been 3 groups of people so far that have approached me to like take fucking photos with me, which is fucking weird. You know, people calling me out here and there when I'm in the canteen. And I always notice that subconsciously as well, right? I'm almost like expecting them to do that. And when my expectation turns into reality, I get that sort of validation that yes, what you're doing is good, you should continue going, you're getting all the attention you want. Because of this, my desire for work has somehow decreased by a ton. I think this is really fucking bad, because there's no point of documenting your shit if you're not gonna be doing the shit. Like, social media is just a tool, right? And so that's one of the new beliefs that I really have to instill in me, that the vanity metrics don't fucking matter at all, because this shit probably looks damn funny. At the end of the day, if there's no substance in you, the world's gonna know, right? Like, you can't scam people nowadays. You can't fucking scam them. It just doesn't work. And so that's one of the problems I've been dealing with. And it's so funny because I don't know whether this is valid or it's just one of the excuses. Like, honestly speaking, I could just live comfortably with 10k a month right now as a fucking 18-year student and just get 90 RP, which is very fucking possible if I just study and just maintain the business. But I feel like that's such a lousy goal. Like, it doesn't excite me. And the funny thing is, I've achieved the identity whereby I can make this amount of money. And because of that, I have somehow gotten comfortable over the past few days, right? Like, I realized there isn't so much pain pushing me forward anymore. Previously, I had a lot of pain that made me extremely disciplined. And right now, I'm just like slacking. Like, bro, yesterday was one of my worst days ever, I would say. I relapsed, fucking ate like a shitload of junk food. I worked in the morning, obviously, but then I like hit into a wall and I just completely fucking gave up. Which I think is terrible, honestly. No matter what, I'll get the client's job done, and like it's done pretty good right now. But this rut thing is like, it really pisses me off. It really pisses me off. And some part of me thinks that, a lot of business owners are talking about like fulfillment. Like, there's no point in doing this if you're not fulfilled, right? Because the carrot just keeps moving forward. The carrot just keeps moving forward. Yeah, literally. And I don't want to look back on my life to just see a sequence of miserable successes. Right now, if you ask me what I would change about my life that I think would make me really enjoy it, it's number one, putting a lot more priority on learning and automating the mundane tasks to people because I already have a system. For instance, writing YouTube scripts, writing webinar copy. I want to be exploring new marketing strategies that will generate insane amount of results for our clients. That's what I really want to be doing. I want to be learning, I want to be absorbing, right? Joining things like Peterson Academy University, right? Listening to Chris Williamson's podcasts, reading books, right? That's what I want to be doing. I guess it's an illusion that I have not enough time, when reality is that everyone has the same 24 hours, just how you allocate it, right? Yeah, man. So that's the first thing I'll change. The second thing I'll change is that I'll probably pick up Muay Thai or some sort of fighting skill, because I have been wanting to do it for so long. But I haven't been doing it because my excuse is always this is for the work. And funny enough, it's so weird I want to do this right now when I have more tasks than ever. Right? I'm trying to hit both 100k a month and 90 RP. And I feel like doing these things, which I don't know whether it's just a distraction resistance conjured up by my body or whatsoever. And the third thing is getting a girlfriend. I think this is latent in every single man, right? And if you don't want to get one, it's probably because you are relieving that desire through pornography or some unhealthy shit, which numbs your relation-seeking mechanism. But I really think that it's such a bad excuse right now to just continue put off getting into a relationship just because of the business. Like, if you strip, like, why can't you date while having a business? I mean, that's what Alex Hormozi did, right? That's what Leila Hormozi did as well. It's just all fucking excuses, bro. That's what I think. So that's the first thing. Like, I can imagine myself right now in like my dream life. It's 6 months right now. It's October. I'm looking at my bank account. I see that this month I made $130,000. I open my Instagram and I see that the reel that I posted of me paying my mom back $50,000 in cash has just hit 2 million views. I have 50,000 followers on Instagram, 1,000 followers on YouTube. And right now I'm having a 3-day cruise holiday with my girlfriend. Fuck, this sounds kind of corny. And I know how to fight. I'm extremely competent at marketing and whatever skill I need to learn. Like, it feels so tangible yet intangible at the same time. I'm gonna post this shit without any edits because I know that this is bound to happen in the future. Like, I have no fucking doubt that this is gonna happen one way or the other, right? When I failed at 17, I told myself at 16 that I'm going to scale this to 10k a month, to 20k a month. And right now I'm so fucking close. Like, to give you some context, right? I've broken it down into 3 phases. So the first phase is just us getting 5 clients, so me and George. And then the second phase is just us spamming webinars to generate a lot of money for our clients. And we're aiming for like 600k in collective revenue per month, which then, based on 33% commissions, we get 200k per month, and then divide by 2 is 100k a month profit. Only concerns here are, like, to be completely honest, first one is I love George, but I'm not sure whether I can completely trust him, because at the end of the day, he is a stranger in the US. And there's been so many stories of people getting fucking burned by business partners and whatsoever. So I have to learn to keep my guard up, I guess. And I'm sure Josh is doing the same to me as well. I think until we meet in person, this will always be like a constant thing. Yeah. I don't remember what I was saying previously, but my other concern is that I really just, I don't know, something pisses me off about not making sure that every piece of work is extremely perfect. But doing that would mean that I get so much less done. Because, you know, diminishing returns, the last 20% takes like a shitload of input to unlock. So being comfortable with that 80%, I think it's a huge thing as well. In terms of studies, bro, I'm starting to find a way to study for everything. I'm starting to keep up actually. For math, I'm like keeping up. I'm pretty good at the current chapter that my teacher is going through. Bio, math, fucking climate change, bro. Like CSC, fuck. Okay, CSC we have not kept up yet. So gotta work on that. But yeah. And today something crazy happened, bro. That is, my school is trying to take my school actually took my fucking Instagram videos down. Anything with the school uniform, because it says it, I guess, associates me with the school and like puts the school's reputation on the line. So I mean, whatsoever, man. If you don't want to support me, it's completely fine as well. I mean, next time when I'm successful, I'm just not going to be associated with you. That's basically it. Like, there's no hard feelings at all. I think the school has to keep the standard, and I completely respect that as well. I'm going to meet Melvin Soto, the Great Market, making 3 mil a month. He loved my story, and so I'm going to have a chat with him on 28th of April. I'm going to learn so much from him. I think that's, like, the thing is, it's so funny when I map out my dream life. I can literally see everything that I want to have right now. But the thing is, do I have the ability, or can I step into that person that is able to achieve all these different things? And it's crazy what I'm trying to achieve, bro. It's crazy. Like, I can't be fucking watching YouTube, jacking my life away, doing stupid shit. I have to be so locked in. I have to be extremely locked in, and then find some way to recharge as well. Locked in with the recharge as well, in fact. Which right now, the oscillations are really pissing me off. Like, the highs and the lows, right? Like Charlie talked about here. The highs and the lows. I need to rewatch this self-transcendence thing as well. I think that basically sums up everything that I've been going through. First month, we have 2 clients right now. First one is Ryan Cole, which has the same story as me. He has a 40K a month AI marketing agency. We're going to bring him to, no matter our first webby, hopefully we bring him to like, I'm feeling like 100K a month within the next month is very possible. And then we have Anthony, dropshipper as well. And we'll get him to 300K months easy, bro. His foundations are so locked in already. I feel like I'm good at the front end, but I really need to get good at the back end as well. Not that things are so foggy, because George is managing the entire end right now, and I need to have some sort of understanding of the back end so that, I just don't feel so insecure about it. I think so many things can be optimized, and it really feels like I feel so fucking stupid all the time, which is, I guess, it's just a game of business, right? Like, business is so good at varying how it can suck and the intensity at which it can suck, which is why it hurts so much. But I really have to, get my shit together. I'll say that I've been slacking for the past I've been in a pretty bad state for like a past 1 to 2 days. I bounced back up pretty fast, honestly. I have like a pretty good fortitude. What's it now? Resilience. I have pretty good resilience. So yeah, I guess that's kind of it right now. I feel so attached to the social media. I feel like that's the main thing I'm trying to focus on, even though it's not the most important thing. The most important thing right now, what is it? It's getting good at Claude Code. or like at least automating stuff so that I can free up more time to learn shit and get very, very good at webinars. Right now I have the basics already. Like with my knowledge, you can easily run a 5 to 10x ROAS webinar. But definitely there are things that I can really get to the nitty gritty and really understand how a great webinar works. I think that would be really, really helpful for me as well. So, it's just a matter of time before people start catching up to this YouTube channel. In fact, I'm probably going to promote it like sometime in the future. But yeah, man, that's basically it. Crazy how I'm going to look back on this in like 2 to 3 years. And I think we're making good progress. The thing is, you can't fucking forget self-transcendence, bro. Like, this shit is the key, bro. If you forget this shit, you're just cooked. You're gone. So that's like so important. It's a lesson I need to learn. And there are just so many questions that I really want to ask Melvin. In fact, I feel like I should be interned by him for a bit. And if he wants to sponsor me to go to Stanford, Oxford, whatever, and then come back and I'd be bonded to him and work alongside him as his right hand man. Holy shit, that would be... Oh, there's a possibility, man. That's a possibility. It's funny how life doesn't stop sucking. Like, I had such a false preconception that, once you hit your goal, your life will stop sucking. But you've already achieved the goals that you said will make you happy. And I remember when I first hit my first 1,000, first 5,000, and first 10,000, the insane happiness I had. And then to the next day, it was instantly, boom, okay, next goal, 10,000. It's like, there's no point just optimizing your entire life just for this one number and sacrificing everything along the way. Because really, you're not going to be fulfilled. That's how you become a billionaire, have all the women, cars around you, and still end up killing yourself because you're depressed. I don't want to live a life like that. That's just something to think about. Ethan. Okay, I'm gonna go print my new self-transcendence workbook that I created. A workbook that contains the identity that I need in order to hit 100K a month. And I'm going to make sure that that's a priority, and I'm reading that to myself every single day until I've achieved my goal. Because it's just a matter of time before my beliefs, they merge and then they go. And then my current reality aligns with my dream reality. Okay, cheers. I'll try and record this weekly. I think I'm going for like a Muay Thai, what do you call that? Trial session like next week. But let's see how it goes. Good night.